What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the road trip settings, Champions League settings, Man United versus Atalanta. I always want to just say Atlanta because it's easy, but you've got to pronounce it properly, innit? Because it isn't Atlanta, Georgia. It is Atalanta from Italy. Well, do I even need to say how much of a big game this is with the form that we're in, the pressure that's on Oli, all of that? No, I don't, so I'm not going to really go into that. But what I did want to start talking about was how interesting it was when I think back, me and KG touched on it yesterday in the show, was what Ahmad had to say about Atalanta. Do you know what I mean? And he spoke about individual players that are really good, and spoke about the manager, and spoke about, you know, underestimating them. You're in trouble. When you lose the ball against them, you're in trouble. You know, the warning signs are there. We all know, and all you guys know at home, what a good side Atalanta are, what a good attacking side they are. They're missing players. They're missing players. We've got players back. You know, Maguire's back. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'll leave that to you. No, but obviously he needs to get game time and get back to, you know, something that resembles how he has been playing before, how shocking he's been this season. And obviously Rashford's back, and still no Varane. So we're getting there in terms of strength. So there's no excuses for that. But the pressure to win today is massive. It's absolutely huge. A draw, not good enough. A draw is not good enough in context of two things. One, we're in absolutely shit form. We are struggling, and the draw is going to go by no means is going to help ease the mood or lift the mood or ease the pressure. And two, if we don't win, right, in context of the group, it starts to look peak. It just leaves it too open to interpretation. Now, yeah, Oli said in the press conference, you know, win your home games, which is won our first home game. We need to win this one, need to win Young Boys. Win your home games and then nick something away at one of the other teams. We already lost against Young Boys. We got Atalanta back-to-back now. And by the time we play them in Italy in a couple of weeks' time, they're probably going to have a few players back, and it's going to be a whole different type of game. I'm not saying we can't beat them, but I don't want to have to be going to Atalanta saying we must win this game because we fucked up at home tonight. So we have to win this game. A draw is not good enough. And then after that, it's Villarreal away as well. So we've got to be on it. You don't want to be going to Villarreal and Italy, Atalanta away, saying must win 3 points. You know, obviously all the games we want to win, and we want to finish top of the group and blitz it. But for us, we don't need that kind of pressure because we're not there yet. It's as simple as that. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what Oli does, because let's face it, he needs to be in survival mode. Oli needs to be in survival mode. And not because the sacking's round the corner, because it's not. You know, Gary Neville's spoken about that. Any one of you guys who are following what's happening with the Manchester United news, we all know he's not, you know, we all know that the board back him. Whether we agree with that and think there should be a change, or whether we think, no, that's the right thing, whatever we think, the fact is that Oli's not going anywhere. I spoke to another person today as well, that was saying that to me. He knows a few people, and he's going nowhere. Oli's going nowhere. Win, lose or draw against Atalanta tonight, win, lose or draw against Liverpool on Sunday. Oli's going nowhere. But Oli's in survival mode in terms of he needs to be selfish. You know, he needs to go back to a team, or start picking a team, or getting a tune out of a team selection that he thinks is gonna ease the pressure on himself and make him successful at this football club. Because right now we are plunging into oblivion. We don't look like we're going in any clear direction. And for me, win, lose or draw against Atalanta tonight, that's not going to change anything. It's going to for it to change my perception on how successful we can be under Oli in a positive way. We're going to have to go on a serious run, and not even just a run. We have to really play some proper football. I watched Liverpool last night against Atletico Madrid. I'm sure a lot of you did. Really entertaining game. Two top coaches, two completely different styles of football, but two elite managers. End to end, you know, Atletico 2-0 down, didn't crumble, got it back to 2-2. You know, a man down, still in the game, and then concede a silly pen, and then still managed to get himself in a position to get another pen. You know, Jurgen Klopp, Salah doing what he does. Then the game before that made me sick. And I'm going off a bit on a tangent because I know it's road trip and it should be about today's game. But, you know, I have to get off my chest. It made me sick watching Manchester City again. Well, it makes me sick watching them all the time. But the way they just dispatched of Club Brugge. Remember last year? Josh, when did we go Brugge? Remember? We was with Andy Cole in the stands.
Yeah.
We went there just before. I tell you when we went there. We went there like February time, just before, because we went Lask.
Lask was last. That was like
March.
The
last thing. That was like March. So we must have went in like February, maybe, or December. Whenever it was, just before the pandemic, we went to Bruges and we got a 1-1 draw. Remember? And Martial, they scored first. Stupid mistake. I think Luke Shaw made a mistake. And then Martial got us into it because they took a throw in. Then Martial nicked it off the guy and ran through and scored. And then we saw it out. But my point is, I just saw City batter, like completely annihilate Bruges. Yeah, it should have been like 4 or 5-0 in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, and we just struggle against them. It's just another thing that just, you know, how far away we are. But back to Ollie. Ollie's in survival mode. He's got to find a way. He's got to get a balance in this team. I said on Sky Sports yesterday morning, you know, it is something I agree with Gary Neville on. There's a lot that I didn't agree with him, but what I do agree with him is that actually they're not working hard enough. You know, that comes from the manager. I think I saw a tweet from Rio saying, I watched the game back against Leicester and I'm not sure if it's the player's fault or the manager's fault. But I hear what Rio's saying, because it's like, as a professional, you got to take care of your own performance, and working hard is a minimum requirement. But still, the respect levels that are demanded from a manager usually get shown on the pitch. You know, if your message is getting through, if Ollie's telling them to press the hell out of the teams and they're not doing it, then he's got no control of the dressing room. So I don't believe it's that. I believe that the instruction is not to be a pressing team. The instruction is not to be on the front foot, because he might think players might gas out, or he doesn't want to play in that way, or he doesn't understand how to play in that way. That is not the instruction, because Bruno's running around like a blue-ass fly by himself, and so is Cavani, and the rest of the team are not doing shit in terms of pressing. It's not there. Or it might be there for like one passage of play and then we go back to sitting off. So, you know, and then in possession, that's out of possession. In possession, trash. So I label it at the management and the coaching and the style of play, or lack of. But Ollie has to find a way to get us playing. Can we beat Atalanta tonight when they're depleted with injuries, a few of their best players missing? Of course we can. Of course we can. Do I think we will? Oh, mate, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know about predicting Man United results anymore, because, you know, look at what happened at Leicester. I thought it'd be a really tight game. I thought we'd edge it 2-1 and we got stuffed 4-2. You can't predict Man United results right now, because you don't have a clue what Man United's going to turn up. All I know is that we're capable because of the players we've got of winning any game. And let's not forget, in games as well, because of the players we got individually, of course Ronaldo can pop up with a header from a good passage of play, and all of a sudden we're 1-0 up early doors. And then we might go on another attack, get a quick moment of brilliance between Bruno and someone else or whatever, and go 2-0 up really quickly. So it's tough. It's tough. Team selection wise, I'll quickly run through what I think the team will be. KG touched on it yesterday and I agree with him. Obviously Wan-Bissaka, because he's back in now, because his ban got reduced to 1 game instead of 2. Wan-Bissaka, Shaw at fullback. It's obviously going to be it's obviously going to be Maguire and Lindelof centre halves. Obviously David De Gea in goal. McTominay and Fred. McTominay and Fred will be straight back in. Gary Neville spoke about how we can't go back to McTominay and Fred because we know what it brings. We know that as fans. But when Ollie hits survival mode, he usually goes back to tried and tested. I will be completely surprised if he doesn't start McTominay and Fred and persist with Paul Pogba in the middle. Now Rashford's back and obviously in the presser, 1,000,000% starting. I think that means that Sancho will drop to the bench, Greenwood will get the nod, and I don't see him doing something big like dropping Ronaldo again for a Champions League game we need to win. When he got the winner in the last Champions League game that we played, I don't see him dropping him for Cavani. So Ronaldo will be up front, Bruno in the 10, McTominay and Fred. And Pogba on the bench. I honestly do think Paul Pogba will be on the bench. It was weird hearing Paul Pogba say, well, you know, we don't really know what's going on. We need to find what's going on quick. And then Ollie come out and say, do we need more legs in there maybe? Well, his legs are McTominay and Fred. His legs are McTominay and Fred. We know this. So I think Paul Pogba is the first casualty of Ollie trying to shore up results, not make us so open to play against, not make us so susceptible to the counter-attack. And Liverpool's going to be a complete different proposition on the weekend. You saw how they're playing last night and in general against Watford during the last weekend. It doesn't matter what happens against Atalanta, even though that'll be a tough game. Even if we win it, doesn't change how difficult the Liverpool game is going to be. So he's going to want energy and legs, 100%. So yeah, prediction, I feel so flat. And I hate to do that on a road trip, especially when I'm on my way up. You want to feel excited, you want to get gassed. I just got a bad feeling. I've got a negative feeling because of how shit it is right now. I feel like at best it'll be a draw, but I just have to back us to win. I have to back us to win, so I'm going to go 2-1. Don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. We haven't been keeping many of them recently. I'm going to go 2-1 United win. Not very good to watch, not pleasing on the eye. I hope to God I'm proved wrong. I hope to God that we blitz them and get a clean sheet and win 3 or 4-0. And it's a really routine evening. But we haven't had a routine. I can't even think of the last routine win that we've had. You know, we always make it difficult in some way, and even in the wins that we have played in, we haven't played very well. So yeah, we'll see. Smash a like on the video, guys. That's my prediction. Let me know what your prediction is. Put your views in the comments in the boxes below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Later on tonight, obviously, what we got, KG match review. Like I said, look after him, keep him emotionally stable for me, guys. It's a hard time right now. If it goes wrong, be there for him. Yeah. And Owen will be coming through with the match reaction straight after that, and then I will be with the fans for the match review. So take care, people. Here's the 3 points. Atlanta, don't you dare. Big up if you're watching this on your lunch break, or you're waking up to watch this, or it's nighttime where you are. Big up to where you are watching this in the world. Have a great day, and see you guys this evening for the match. Peace.